Suppose the nationalists win. Um, in Taiwan, because they're forced to, they have a very sort of pro-American policy. But if they had won in the mainland China, would it have been similar, where mainland China just turns into Taiwan, or would it have been different?
No, I'm sure it'd be different. One of the reasons Taiwan is after they lost the Civil War and they are on the island of Taiwan, they did big after action report analysis of what went wrong. And they decided it was corruption and that it was land reform, that they needed to fix those things. But they couldn't do land reform on the mainland because that's their officer corps. But when they come to Taiwan, they can more than redistribute Taiwanese land, which they do, and it's bloody because the Taiwanese don't want their land redistributed. And the Taiwanese were given bonds, and they thought those bonds would be like the pieces of paper that were issued in the mainland, i.e., worth nothing. But actually, after time, they became quite valuable. But land reform was bloody in Taiwan.
Mm.
And but it's today Taiwan has a very equal income distribution.
And what is the explanation for when you were just had these tallies of numbers up of how many deaths through different events? And so the famine obviously makes sense. A lot of people would die, but you just go down the list, and there's so many things where a couple million people die, and it's like 1 out of 10 items that happen within a span of a couple of decades.
It's famine. If you have warfare, you have famine. Yeah, it's not mostly bang, bang, you're dead. It's just that goes on too, but it's starvation when you disrupt things in this way.
Why didn't the communists have the same troubles that the Kuomintang had in terms of not being able to pay its soldiers? I mean, it was the same China, right? It wasn't a developed economy. So why didn't they have trouble paying their soldiers and retaining them?
Oh, I think it's because everyone's on board about the peasants have got their land. The only way they're ever going to keep it, they think, is by supporting the communists. And then they're all Mao isn't living any kind of luxurious life. That was another thing, that you have these rich officer corps and the nationalists flaunting their wealth among absolutely starving people. And that's another reason why they were hated. Whereas the communists never had those people. So no one's flaunting their wealth. You saw the pictures of Mao and his beloved there in these incredibly baggy clothing. No one's got luxury wear or anything.
Although after they win, Mao is like famously a fan of luxury and has, right, in a way that I think Stalin would sleep on his couch in his office.
Yeah, I don't know the details on Mao. Mao had other things that had to do with little girls. But anyway.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full episode here and subscribe for more clips. Thanks.